Looks like someone's been shopping for scale trains. The Seaboard Central March 2020 layout update is coming up. Hi SC fans. If you don't know me, my name is Tim. I'm a locomotive engineer for Norfolk Southern and owner of the Seaboard Central Model Railroad. If you are into prototype-based model railroad operations, I'd invite you to subscribe to this channel. And be sure to hit that bell icon to receive future notifications whenever a video has been uploaded. As you know, we live in some uncertain times. And as someone who works in the transportation industry, I'm expected to work to continue to keep the economy moving. Rest assured, the company is doing everything they can to make sure our workplace is safe, and we're doing everything we can to keep and remain healthy. And I hope and pray that each and every one of you are all healthy and safe at home. For those of you that are having to stay at home, there's no time better than the present to work on your model railroad. Over this past month, I've sold a number of items that are no longer needed, and I've also been paid for an upcoming magazine article. So those funds were used to purchase these new items from Scale Trains, and also an additional proto-throttle from Iowa Scaled Engineering. Now I can release the brake and throttle up. I have drive hold mapped to the large auxiliary button. I can press it, go back to idle. Speed remains constant. Now I can bring the unit to a stop. So one of my upcoming projects, hopefully for this month of April, is working on a pair of Scale Trains locomotives that just came in. The first one is this BNSF, former BN SD40-2. And this unit will actually become HLCX 7920. And I'm going to weather it based off of the prototype photos of the same unit. One of the things I really like about Scale Trains locomotives are the amount of detail in these rivet counter locomotives, along with the units that are already equipped with ESU loc sound decoders with current keepers and LED lights. And for me, that's a huge difference. This next locomotive is a Union Pacific SD40T-2, the tunnel motor version of the SD40-2, which is a former Southern Pacific unit. And this unit will actually become a Seaboard Central unit, but it will retain its Union Pacific paint scheme, and instead it will be something similar to how the Florida East Coast decorated their former Union Pacific SD40-2s, and I believe I'm going to use blue lettering for it. The number of this unit will also be changed to a 3012. In addition to this tunnel motor, I have two undecorated Scale Trains tunnel motors that will actually be painted up in the first version of the Seaboard Central paint scheme. This is my only unit I have painted up in the original Seaboard Central scheme. It's an old Atlas engine, number 1990, and it's this SP Lark Dark Gray with a SP Scarlet Red. And I thought it would be appropriate for those SD40T-2s. So they'll be a variation of this paint scheme, and they will be weathered as if they've been in service for quite a while on the Seaboard Central. So now let's look at all these Scale Trains cars that have just arrived on the property. As a prototype engineer, the SD40-2 is probably my all-time favorite locomotive, and that's why there's so many of them on the Seaboard Central. First up are 3 carbon black cars that I'll be working on and weathering. Carbon black used mainly in the tire industry, and I see a lot of them on my district. And back in 2015 I used to see these big Sid Richardson cars, so I knew I wanted some for the layout. Next up is a bulkhead flat car that still needs the decking added, and probably do a special load for this one, plate steel or something from Proto Loads. And I've got 3 ethanol tanks, and these will be actually brand new tanks for 2015 with the end shields on the rear of the car. And if you look, you can see the roller bearing caps, the blue roller bearing caps. Some of them, when they arrive in the packages, may need to be reinstalled on the cars. The last 2 Scale Trains cars are these covered coil cars, complete with coils on the insides of the cars to weigh them down. These will look really good once they're weathered. And it looks like some of them's going to need some attention, including that one. Now these are the 2 cars I've actually been working on. This is an Exact Rail F-Box boxcar. And it was weathered earlier by Bradley DCC, but I added some graffiti to the sides of the car. It's just nondescript graffiti. I like the little cowboy dude on the car. And I'll show you the other side of the car after I show you this one. This is an EEC boxcar, an Athearn ready to roll car. It's got some custom graffiti on it too, along with weathering that helped fade the car down. I've added cut levers to the cars, but we'll be getting some magnetic air hoses. And here's the other sides of the cars. On this side, I actually decorated it for my wife, Katja, and I added the Brazilian colors since she's from the beautiful country of Brazil. And here's the other side of that F-Box car, and I just copied some tags I seen on another F-Box car. So it looks like I've got my work cut out for me for this month of April. A lot of things to do, including weathering these cars and detailing some more locomotives. So until then, we'll see you at the end of April. Stay safe, everyone, and thanks for watching Seaboard Central.